Mike is like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you give him room, you're gonna be messed up.
Exactly, Mike. Beautiful. Yes, just like that, Mike Tyson. Excellent, Mike. Excellent, Mike. Well, you break him. Unpredictable. Exactly, Mike. Beautiful roll, Mike. Excellent. Excellent. Complete game. Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete.
Better and better every single day. His defense, his power, his speed, his endurance. Today he put everything together, the conditioning, everything that he needs.
When Evander Holyfield looks at a showdown between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., he doesn't just see a fight, he sees a razor-thin chess match where every inch matters. In his mind, Floyd can't afford to drift into long, quiet stretches or let the distance grow comfortable. He has to stay close enough to disrupt the rhythm, keep his hands alive, and throw with purpose. The key Holyfield suggests is steady pressure, sharp, consistent punches that chip away at Tyson's momentum, slow the storm before it fully forms, and quietly tilt the odds toward survival and maybe victory.
He's gonna be a lot quicker, and if he stay close to Mike, then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he try to stay back from Mike. He gonna get caught.
Holyfield reminds everyone that in boxing, unpredictability rules and nothing is guaranteed once the bell rings, and with age playing its silent role, Tyson could suddenly feel the weight of the rounds and the pace catching up to him inside the ring, creating openings no one expects and turning endurance into the deciding factor in a fight where timing and survival matter most.
But you never know. Yeah. Just like Mike quit in the ring, he got tired and just quit and just sit down. I'm done.
Having known Mike Tyson since he was just 17, Evander Holyfield understands his fighting style and mindset in a way few others ever could, recognizing the raw power, the intensity, and the fierce determination that define him both inside and outside the ring.
Mike Tyson, I've been knowing Mike Garrett since he was 17 years old, and Mike and I always had a good time, yeah.
Right.
And but I remember in amateur, we Mike was 17, I'm 21, and Mike knocking everybody out, like this, and I'm like, but Mike and I was on the losing squad. Now, that's how good the Olympic team was.
Evander Holyfield believes Floyd Mayweather Jr. is still in outstanding condition, moving with sharp precision and carrying that relentless mindset that refuses to accept defeat under any circumstance. A fighter who prepares like every round could be his last and competes like victory is the only option.
He'd rather die than lose. So he gonna always give his all, which is the big difference. And the big difference is everybody should have that attitude. And me being the only four-time heavyweight champion.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. stands there with confidence, promising fans that this won't be a slow chess match, but a night packed with energy, sharp exchanges, and non-stop action. From the opening bell to the final second, he assures everyone watching that entertainment and intensity will never fade.
Fun, we're going to throw a few punches like I'm taking this seriously and I'm trying to fight Tyson?
I don't know. I just want to get the fans what they want to see. Excited.
Adola Adepo explains that these Netflix-style exhibitions are built for massive pay-per-view appeal, predicting huge numbers simply because a name like Tyson draws global attention. But he also warns that while the spectacle sells and the hype explodes, fights like these come with real risks that can quietly impact a fighter's long-term health beyond the spotlight and the money.
In choosing, and they decided to pick this one. It will do big numbers. Trust me. I was talking to Gareth A. Davis about this today. I was like, if Netflix was around, or it was around, but if Netflix was a player in the game in 2015, how many people would have watched their first fight on Netflix? Bear in mind, 4.5 million people bought the pay-per-view for well over $100. Crazy. I mean, the pay-per-view generated over $500 million. Can you imagine how many people would have watched it on Netflix back then? they still will get a big number. I still think they'll get around the 70 million number. I really do. So although there'll be people like me scratching my head saying, why are they doing this? They're doing this because people will watch it. There will be a lot of people that watch this on Netflix. Sorry to interrupt the video, but this is very important and I'll be quick. If you're one of these people that watch the channel and don't hit that subscribe button or forgot to hit that subscribe button, please hit the subscribe.
Despite being in outstanding shape, Mike Tyson shocks even his trainer during sparring, unleashing blistering speed, raw, explosive power, crisp technique, and that familiar, relentless intensity that never truly fades, proving that no matter the years, the fire inside him still burns bright with every punch he throws.
Exactly, just in a beautiful room, Mike. Excellent room. Excellent defense, champ. This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. 40 seconds. You are winning the fight, so there's no reason for you to rush. We are winning the fight. All good for us. Clean shot, Mike. Excellent. Nice left hook. Up. We're done. The job is over. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time! Great work, man.
This upcoming fight feels less like a pure competition and more like a grand spectacle, crafted to entertain, spark conversation, and generate massive revenue rather than simply settle legacy inside the ring. Both fighters may be past their primes, yet they remain disciplined, skilled, and battle-tested from years of sparring and shared history. It leans into nostalgia, pulling long-time fans back in while capturing a new Netflix-era audience unfamiliar with traditional pay-per-view drama. These exhibitions deliver controlled action with reduced risk, protecting the athletes while maximizing viewership, and even the undercard becomes a stage for rising talent to shine. Still, the true draw is seeing iconic warriors step back into the spotlight, reliving their glory through a powerful mix of marketing, curiosity, and pure entertainment.
The old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're gonna end up, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix, whatever. This is on Netflix, so because your curiosity is gonna get the best of you. Whether you're a boxing fan or whether you're not, and Netflix knows how to choose them in this kind of way. I don't know if Netflix is sort of investing in boxing or if they're investing in the one-off circus act.
He's actually been doing exhibitions with younger, tough guys over the past couple of years. I guess you could say Mike did too. He did get into it with Jake Paul, 30 years younger than him. But no, I don't think there's a concern with these pre-bouts going into September, especially with that looming. And listen, that thing is going to sell. It's going to sell. People are still going to buy Pacquiao Mayweather Pacquiao 2. I guarantee it.
And don't have to buy anything. It's on Netflix, comes with your subscription. It's not a pay-per-view. You can watch it for free. Or obviously once you have Netflix. Right. But this
nothing's free anymore.
Nothing's free anymore.
You gotta be subscribed.
Everything's behind a paywall. But this idea, Paul, you talked about the nostalgia. It's one of those things where this is a fight not a lot of people are nostalgic about. We're nostalgic about these fighters, but this isn't, your point of view of the third Durant.
Tim Bradley believes the exhibition between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson isn't some random spectacle. It's a calculated move, a decision made with strategy behind it. In his view, Floyd would never step into a matchup unless he felt completely secure about the outcome, because throughout his career, he's operated with sharp self-preservation and quiet competitive pride. If real danger outweighed the benefit, the fight simply wouldn't exist. Bradley says Mayweather studies every angle, measures every risk, and only moves forward when the advantages feel firmly stacked in his favor. And that same pattern, he suggests, is playing out once again.
He's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on you. And he saw it at Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by Ryan Garcia. And then now, He like, oh, shit, well, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Shit, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this.
Tim Bradley also points to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s personality, a fighter who has always carried an aura of superiority, constantly reminding the world of his undefeated record and financial dominance. Bradley sees that mindset not as arrogance, but as fuel, a belief in invincibility that quietly drives every decision and shapes every public move. He argues Floyd's ego is strategic, designed to protect his legacy while stacking another profitable chapter onto his career. Then there's the money. Even after earning massive fortunes over the years, high-earning athletes often carry equally high lifestyles, and exhibitions become a powerful way to generate huge pay-per-view revenue with far less risk than a brutal championship run. In Bradley's view, the matchup with Mike Tyson is more than competition. It's a business play disguised as sport, a moment where global curiosity, brand power, and financial gain collide.
It is what it is, and you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great-ass content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring-ass on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out, and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue. Yeah, he opened it up, and now, you know, you got old legends like Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, now they get their chance. Now they get their chance on Netflix, man.
Aid Oladipo offers a similar but distinct perspective, describing Floyd Mayweather Jr. as a mastermind who understands both the craft of boxing and the art of promotion. He argues that Floyd has mastered turning attention into income. No matter the opponent, from elite champions to viral personalities, he knows how to package a storyline that pulls people in. The exhibition with Mike Tyson fits naturally into that blueprint, blending nostalgia, rivalry, and uncertainty into one conversation-driven event that spans generations. Oladipo highlights how Mayweather's strength lies in balancing athletic credibility with sharp marketing instincts. Inside the ring, he built his legacy on defensive brilliance and tactical control, while outside it, he crafted a persona defined by wealth and spectacle that fuels curiosity. That dual mastery, Oladipo suggests, is why events under Floyd's name continue to generate massive attention. Even skeptics who question the sport value often find themselves watching anyway.
A genius when it comes to marketing and a genius in the ring. Like, it's very rare that the two go together, which is why I think everyone kind of fell in love with Conor McGregor, right? Because Conor McGregor was a genius outside the ring in terms of how to sell a fight. And in the octagon, he actually proved that he can fight as well. Floyd, obviously on a completely different level, but you know what I mean? Very similar. Someone that talks the talk and walks the walk. And Floyd most certainly did it. But I was obsessed with the 24/7 shows. Like, obsessed. We haven't seen, there's been a few people that have tried to kind of remake those 24/7s and they've fallen flat. Like, we haven't seen a good 24/7 since Floyd was in them, and they were voiced by Liv Schreiber, I think his name. I think that's the pronunciation anyway. Like, if Netflix are going to do one thing.
Sean Porter approaches the matchup with careful respect, acknowledging that exhibitions are different from sanctioned title fights, but reminding everyone that unpredictability still lives in moments like these. He points to the striking contrast between Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s calculated defense and Mike Tyson's explosive, relentless aggression, a clash of styles that keeps tension high no matter their age. Even if both legends are past their physical primes, their identities and instincts remain intact. Porter believes that when icons step into the same ring, emotion, pride, and muscle memory can take over, often rewriting expectations in real time.
Kind of like sense for a street fight. It doesn't make sense for like a in the ring situation, and so it's kind of like, I guess for the sake of words, crazier things have happened, and then now you have to say, well, no, it doesn't get crazier than this.
Yeah, you're not kidding, right? Obviously we watched Mike Sean in November against Jake Paul. I think clearly those guys like each other. Floyd and Mike, not so much. Obviously, there's been some tension there over the years. Do you think they go in there despite the fact that this is an exhibition fight? I mean, do they go in there and do they both try and take each other out?
I don't know what that fight looks like. And, you know, that kind of was my biggest apprehension with coming on with you guys today. It was like, how do you analyze what a fight between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather could look like, right? So then you think about...
Sean Porter also points to the uncertainty that comes with age, how reflexes slow, stamina shifts, and recovery no longer feels the same as it once did. He explains that while Floyd Mayweather Jr. depends on timing and precision, Mike Tyson thrives on explosive bursts and relentless forward pressure, creating a contrast that makes every exchange unpredictable. Porter believes exhibitions may soften the competitive edge on paper, but pride has a way of reigniting old instincts in an instant. That human factor keeps analysts uncertain because no breakdown or statistic can fully account for emotion, memory, and the raw will that legends bring when they step back into the ring.
Before that the WWE is fake. It's kind of like acceptable. But it wouldn't be acceptable in a boxing ring. You know, it wouldn't be acceptable if there becomes some sort of weird antics and things like that. I mean, I guess I'll have to do what I did once before with Mike and Jake, and I'm gonna go on record for saying this doesn't happen.
You think it falls apart sometime before?
This doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know how you can make it make sense. I don't know how you can make this one make sense.
And to your point, they may have it, but if they have it, they haven't said it yet. There's no date for the fight, no location that's been announced. So,
right.
Yeah. Is it possible to break down or give someone an edge? I mean, Mike obviously bigger, more powerful, but he's 11 years.
Tony Jeffries focuses on the power of audience appeal, arguing that Mike Tyson's recent high-profile appearances have proven that nostalgia still sells at an enormous level. He believes moments like that remind promoters how magnetic Tyson's presence remains and how easily it commands global attention. In his view, Floyd Mayweather Jr. understands this formula. Pairing an undefeated legacy with Tyson's timeless aura creates a commercial storm built for visibility rather than pure competitive necessity. Jeffries explains that modern boxing economics reward events that spark mainstream curiosity, sometimes even more than traditional championship fights. Tyson's name alone carries memories of dominance and danger, and when it blends with Floyd's polished brand, the promotional impact multiplies. From his perspective, the matchup feels like a strategic alignment of two eras and two brands that extend far beyond the sport itself.
Be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge. But we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they earned absolutely millions of dollars. For like me.
Ariel Helwani offers a more skeptical perspective, questioning whether the event truly serves a meaningful sporting purpose when both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson have already cemented legendary status. He asks what at this point is left to prove, and whether exhibitions blur the line between real competition and pure spectacle. From his view, events like this risk leaving purists disappointed if the stakes feel manufactured rather than earned. Helwani argues that greatness doesn't need constant validation, and when icons return for financially driven showdowns, the focus can shift from legacy to revenue. While he recognizes the entertainment appeal, he still questions whether matchups like this strengthen boxing's competitive integrity or simply amplify curiosity without advancing the sport itself.
Economic challenges, these corporations and companies, they're looking to make profit. And if they put out a pay-per-view, and a lot of people, another thing is the fighters. I'm blaming the fighters too, because there's a lot of guys, they're not bigger than the fighters of yesteryear. That's why you can have a Floyd and a Mike Tyson whose brands are so big. This is going to be a big fight. It's going to be just because it's a freak show, circus fight, whatever you want to say. Some people are going to be mad at it. I don't want to see it, blah, blah, blah. But the curiosity is always going to get the best of the masses, especially if they put this on Netflix or Amazon or whoever, right? And that's the reality. A lot of these new fighters, Gen Z fighters, people under 30, they're not marketing.
Taken together, these voices create a layered picture of the exhibition, where strategy meets spectacle and legacy meets leverage. Tim Bradley sees it as calculated confidence shaped by financial logic, while Aid Oladipo praises Floyd Mayweather Jr. for turning marketing instinct into power. Sean Porter focuses on the emotional and stylistic unpredictability that surfaces when legends share a ring, and Tony Jeffries points to the undeniable commercial magnetism that draws global attention. Meanwhile, Ariel Helwani questions the deeper necessity behind it all. Together, these perspectives show the fight sitting at the intersection of sport, business, and legacy, a space where Mayweather has long operated with precision, and where Mike Tyson's enduring aura adds emotional weight and historical resonance to every moment.
Sees a picture of Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn or Virgil Ortiz and know who that person is, right? Versus past fighters, everybody, at least at the time, they would have known who Mike Tyson was. They would have known who Roy Jones Jr. was, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, right? That's the reality of it. So that's how we got here. That's definitely how we got here. And then the other thing is piracy, people being cheap and not wanting to pay for great fights that we've had that have come with a paywall. And then now these companies see that and they're like, we're going to get our money one way or the mother effing other. There's more than one way to skin a cat. And that's the reality of it. So now when we get these freak show fights, they've already seen that YouTubers and influencers.
That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates, breakdowns, and exclusive insights coming your way. Until next time.